You're sitting in Chicago's Soldier Field, November 5th, 2016. The wind coming off Lake Michigan cuts like a knife, but nobody notices, because right in front of you, an Irish team, written off for a century, is pounding the mighty All Blacks 40-29. The crowd is a roar of disbelief, a green tidal wave swallowing black jerseys. How did a side that lost to Italy in 2013 rise to slay rugby's ultimate dragon 3 years later? That's the scary truth about Joe Schmidt's Ireland. And in the next few minutes, we're diving chapter by chapter into the meticulous mind, ruthless standards, and relentless culture that turned a broken squad into world beaters. Buckle up. Ireland's descent after the 2009 Grand Slam felt like a slow-motion car crash. Aging icons Brian O'Driscoll, Ronan O'Gara, and Paul O'Connell were running on heroic fumes while younger talent waited aimlessly in the wings. Declan Kidney's men finished the 2013 Six Nations in 5th, losing to Italy for the first time and avoiding the wooden spoon only on points difference. Confidence evaporated, systems creaked. The Hamilton Massacre, All Blacks 60, Ireland 0, wasn't a blip. It was a neon sign screaming, reset or perish. Sponsors frowned, pundits raged, and a nation that lived for rugby wondered if the Emerald Roar had permanently dulled to a whisper. Joe Schmidt didn't walk into Irish rugby, he dissected it. Fresh from turning Leinster into Europe's apex predator, back-to-back Heineken Cups in 2011 and 2012, he brought a surgeon's eye for detail and a teacher's obsession with clarity. Players talk about his first camp the way soldiers talk about boot camp. Whiteboard walls drenched in diagrams, every movement timed, every drill filmed, rewound, slowed, corrected, repeated. Schmidt's mantra was brutal honesty wrapped in calm delivery. Make your line, hit your ruck, stick your roll, fail once, correction, fail twice, replacement, fail thrice, enjoy the stands. Schmidt's attack lived on two pillars: lightning-quick recycling and GPS-precise phase mapping. Ball carriers hammered the gain line, cleaners arrived on an internal clock set to sub-3-second rucks, and support runners hit seams exactly where the coach's laser pointer had burned them into memory. From the stands, it looked simple. On the field, it was a Swiss watch with sweat-soaked gears. Opponents found themselves chasing shadows, lungs burning, while Ireland calmly stacked phases until the defense blinked. When it blinked, Sexton pulled the trigger, loop, wrap, inside ball, or an audacious cross kick nobody else even saw. Schmidt didn't wait for prospects to earn trust. He hurled them into the fire and demanded they harden. Tadhg Furlong arrived as a raw prop, left as the world's premier tight head. James Ryan debuted at 20 and spoke like a 30-year-old pack leader. Garry Ringrose inherited the outside center mantle without ceremony. Jacob Stockdale sprinted from anonymity to record-smashing try-machine in a single Six Nations. Every promotion carried the same unspoken contract: learn faster than the man opposite you or someone else will. Schmidt's Ireland became a self-renewing organism. Talent in, polish hard, results out. 2014, Paris, final day, title on the line. Ireland cling to a 2-point lead as the clock bleeds red. French jerseys batter the line. Irish defenders fold but never break. One turnover, one roar, silverware secured. The surge from last year's humiliation to champions in 12 months felt impossible, until Schmidt repeated it. 2015 Six Nations, points difference shootout, 40-10 demolition of Scotland. 2 titles, 2 statements. The transformation wasn't luck, it was math, sweat, and ruthless repetition. Soldier Field wasn't just a win, it was an exorcism. From minute 1, Schmidt's men strangled New Zealand with relentless possession. 25 first-half points, 5 tries overall, a scoreboard nobody believed until the final whistle. Every training ground nuance played out live. Conor Murray's sneaky snipe, Furlong's power carries, Ringrose's wraparound lines slicing black jerseys. The All Blacks were stunned. History was rewritten. Ireland's curse died on American soil, witnessed by a sea of green and a world now forced to respect the uprising. Schmidt's playbook brimmed with deception, dummy loops near the ruck to drag tight 5 defenders, layered wraparounds that forced back row hesitations, line-out strikes where Sexton switched midfield and wing interplayed in preset choreography. The famous 2018 Lansdowne try, Stockdale chip and chase, wasn't backyard improvisation. It was rehearsed for months, failures logged, timing perfected. When it finally ignited under lights against New Zealand, the Aviva crowd felt destiny rather than fortune. That was Schmidt's genius, turning high-risk ideas into muscle memory, then unleashing them when the stakes were highest. From the icy trench of Paris in round 1 to Twickenham's drowned turf on St. Patrick's Day, Ireland marched undefeated. Each step echoed Schmidt's core principles. Own territory, suffocate possession, convert pressure. Stockdale stamped a tournament record of 7 tries. Sexton orchestrated like a maestro. CJ Stander, Peter O'Mahony, and Dan Levy hunted breakdowns like wolves. England, champions the previous 2 years, were smothered 24-15 in their own fortress. Ireland didn't just lift a slam, they seized psychological dominion over Europe. September 2019, World Rugby's rankings blink green. For the first time ever, Ireland sit on the summit. Kidney's broken 2013 side is a distant memory. Schmidt's machine now officially the planet's best. The upcoming World Cup beckons, but the architect announces his exit post-tournament. Critics query the quarter-final glass ceiling, yet even they concede the bigger picture. A blueprint for sustained excellence, a pipeline of hardened youth, and a cultural shift from hopeful underdogs to expectation-laden contenders. Joe Schmidt left more than trophies. He left a generation believing meticulous preparation beats reputation, that no opponent is invincible, and that wearing green means shouldering precise standards, not vague passion. Today's Ireland, ranked elite, feared by hemispheres north and south, traced their DNA to those laser-etched whiteboards and ferocious Monday reviews where detail was religion. That is the scary truth. Give Schmidt 4 seasons, and he rewires your sporting psyche. At 6:45, Carton House hums, Ireland dissecting coded clips before coffee. By 8, the chaos circuit, collision pads, med ball slams, band sprints, runs to a metronome drilling Ruck rhythm. Breakfast is fuel tracked by tablets. Miss a macro, get extra oats. First field rep is match tempo. Sexton calls green 22. 29 bodies snap into GPS lanes, ball live or bluff. Uncertainty sharpens instinct. Schmidt sketches a new move, gives 12 minutes to learn, then drives it at full pace while drones audit spacing. Errors flow to the night edit. Afternoon gym is data-driven brutality streamed to Schmidt's tablet for instant tweaks. Evening turns into scenario chess. Freeze frames of the next rival fired until answers are automatic. Lights dim after 9, but corridors buzz with ice baths. Replay screens, whispered calls. Under Schmidt, training is performance. Perfection is the ticket. Anything less never leaves the grindhouse. So next time you watch Ireland recycle 30 phases without a knock-on, or unleash a line-out strike that looks eerily faded, remember the teacher from Bay of Plenty who crossed hemispheres to script a masterpiece. Joe Schmidt didn't just rescue a team, he redrew Irish rugby's future in permanent ink. And every opponent who now faces the men in green confronts that inescapable legacy, precision forged in obsession, victories born of detail. Drop a comment below, which Schmidt moment chills you the most? And as always, like, subscribe, and stay tuned. The next chapter in Irish rugby's evolution is already being written.